We're probably feeling exactly the same thing right now. I've just sat down to edit this video, and my 21 minutes of intro, which I can only imagine is probably 5 minutes, I've recorded at 25% speed with no sound. I deserve everything you have to say to me about this. What can I do? I'm gonna have to talk you through it, and I'm gonna have to run through some B-roll while I talk you through it, okay? I do not want to miss showing you this TTRS. So it was a wicked system, you know. We had it for the week, or for a short while. We fitted an Audison AFM 12.14-bit DSP amplifier and a Zen V integration module. This is a Bang & Olufsen car, so we've removed that amplifier. We've used the Zen V integration module to emulate that amplifier, i.e. the fiber optic input that goes to the amplifier, that goes to the Zen V unit. The Zen V unit then spits out fiber optic, SP, diff, 2-channel stereo into the Audison DSP amplifier, into its optical input, okay? And then out from there we have actively ran Mille ML1800.3 in the door. Actually, no we didn't. We used an ML1650.3 in the door in the standard B&O enclosure that we sound treated, then down fixed it in properly. The ML700.3 mid-range and the 280.3 tweeter. Like I say, active 3-way front end, no rear speakers in this. In the back we've got JL Audio's ACP 108. Yeah, that's a wicked subwoofer. That's a wicked active subwoofer. Active subwoofer meaning the amp is within the box, okay? Active and passive have slightly different meanings in terms of channel running and inbuilt amplification in a subwoofer box and passive subwoofer boxes. All of the system was designed in-house. We've designed and printed everything that we needed to fit things. All of the locations are quite discreet. We didn't really want anything on display. The controller is really nicely mounted in a cup holder, so it's just got like a dummy cup holder fitting with the DRC in the top there. This client didn't want to use his cup holders. He never uses his cup holders, so fair game, we can use it. After sound tuning's car's just got bags more volume, bags more energy. Yeah, the whole thing just takes a massive step up, even from the B&O system. Anyway, let's cut back into where I actually did start recording. Yeah, so of course, as standard, sound deadening in the doors, door cards, door panels, outer door skins. You can get good access to them because of the B&O enclosure. You can probably just see through that grill there the Hertz Mille Legend 3-inch driver. That little sort of machined outer edge just peeping through. It's quite a nice little piece of kit. And then you could probably see the same through here, but yeah, tricky because I've got no polarizing filter on this camera, so reflection central. Yeah, not much to see, still the same classy interior, although we do have this wicked controller mount. Alright, so this gives him master volume for the Audison Beacon that is also fitted under the floor. It gives him master volume for the system if he can find a sweet spot on the system that sounds better, and then you can turn it up and down from there. And it also gives him sub control, so once he presses the button, press it again, it will change color. Obviously it's turned off right now. He can turn his subwoofer up and down, so that gives him plenty of control there. And that looks bang at home. Now, of course, we have to ask if we want to use a cup holder. In my car, I could not put a controller there because you've got to have that coffee, you know. But the gentleman that owns this car, he doesn't care for that. He said he just has no cups in here whatsoever. So this is fair game to us, because when you consider as well, in the TT, every single place you look, because of the size of this car, every place you look is occupied. All right. So apologies if this is super close up. Our main camera is in for repair at the moment because the mic input's broken, but yeah, so this is an APS-C sensor, so it's our wide angle lens is not so wide at the moment. yeah, gorgeous interior in this. Tricky to work in the TT because they're just so small, you know. But sound good they can, much better so than the standard Bang & Olufsen system, which Audi or B&O would not have you believe, but that is just two big names extracting more money from people who don't understand about sound. You take any of these pieces of kit out and they're not B&O kit or whatever, they're all just made in the same place. Two big brands separating people from their money is what it is. Whereas our stuff, yeah, sounds wicked now. Loads of energy, loads of power. Like I say, I'll link to the blog post that I've written below. It's old now, it's about 5 years old, so I might want to update it a little bit. A couple of pieces of kit in there are now discontinued, like the Audison Prima amplifiers and stuff. We're now using sort of Forza amplifiers. So yeah, I might update that for you so you can get a rough spec on what you can do in the TT, but there is plenty can be done in there. Great car, great system. It's going home today. So yeah, on Cars, a studio in car. If you have a TT, give us a shout. We know them quite well. All right, take it easy.